Welcome to Human Heart Secrets, a place where we explore the hidden stories, emotions, and psychology of the human heart. If you've ever loved, lost, or wondered why people feel the way they do, then you are in the right place. Let's begin today's story. Have you ever looked at someone you once loved deeply and wondered, when did the feeling change? When did the distance start? When did we stop understanding each other? The truth is, love almost never dies in a single moment. There is no loud explosion, no dramatic ending. Instead, love disappears quietly, the same way a candle weakens before it finally goes dark. Most people don't notice when love begins to fade. We only notice when the emptiness becomes undeniable. Today, I will tell you a story that reveals exactly why love fades. Slowly, silently, and often without warning. There once were two gardeners, Amani and Lyra, who shared a beautiful garden planted between their homes. It wasn't just a garden, it was something they built together with excitement, hope, and curiosity. Every morning, they would meet at sunrise to water the flowers. They talked, they laughed, they dreamed, and the garden grew. At first, everything bloomed effortlessly. The roses opened quickly. The vines wrapped around the wooden fence with strength. The fruit trees grew leaves almost overnight. It was magical. But then, life got busy. Responsibilities grew heavier. Their enthusiasm became routine. Amani started watering the garden only from his side. Lyra pulled a few weeds now and then, but stopped checking the soil. Days passed without a shared sunrise. Weeks passed without planting anything new. The garden didn't die suddenly. It didn't turn brown in one moment. Instead, the colors slowly faded. The roses still bloomed, but smaller. The vines grew, but tangled. The fruit trees still stood tall, but they stopped giving fruit. Amani and Lyra didn't notice at first. They thought the garden was still fine, just not as beautiful as before. Then one day, they walked through the garden together, and only then did they see it. It was still alive, but tired, still standing, but empty, not dead, but fading. Lyra touched one of the withered roses and whispered, "When did this happen?" Amani replied softly, "I don't know. I didn't see it happening." Love rarely ends in a moment. It ends in the moments we ignore. The garden was their relationship. The roses were their affection. The vines were their connection. The fruit trees were the growth they once shared. Love didn't disappear overnight. It faded because they stopped showing up for each other. They assumed the garden would care for itself. They ignored the small signs. They avoided deeper conversations. They stopped creating new memories. Love fades the same way the garden faded. Slowly, silently, and through small acts of neglect. So, what's the psychology behind this? First, there's something called habituation. The human brain gets used to what was once new and exciting. That initial dopamine rush weakens over time, and comfort can be mistaken for boredom. This doesn't mean the love is gone, but the feeling changes. Second is micro-neglect. relationships rarely break from a single big mistake. They break from thousands of tiny acts of disconnection repeated over time: a missed phone call, an ignored compliment, a conversation cut short. Each one feels small, but together they build a wall. Finally, there's emotional residue. Unresolved arguments, unspoken feelings, and lingering disappointment don't just vanish. They add up, layer by layer, slowly eroding the emotional closeness you once had. This process is known as emotional erosion, the slow wearing down of a bond that once felt unbreakable. Love doesn't fade because two people stop loving each other. It fades because they stop nurturing what they built. If you want love to stay alive, keep watering the garden even on the days when the sun isn't shining. Thank you for watching Human Heart Secrets. See you in the next story.